Hey everyone, welcome to the Bold and Beautiful 24. I'm Alessio, and I'm so excited to have you here. If you love Bold and Beautiful, then you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Alright, let's dive right in.
The Bold and the Beautiful has always been known for weaving tales of passion, betrayal, forgiveness, and regret, but few moments hit harder than when a long-buried truth finally makes its way to the surface, shattering the delicate balance of love and trust. In this particular storyline, Brooke Logan, a woman who has spent decades tangled in love triangles, whispered secrets, and devastating betrayals, finds herself at the breaking point. She can no longer hold on to the guilt that has been eating her alive, no longer hide behind smiles and excuses. And so, in a moment that fans will surely remember as one of the most gut-wrenching scenes in recent memory, Brooke confesses the shocking truth to Ridge Forrester, the great love of her life, the man she has married, divorced, and remarried more times than anyone could count. Ridge, a man known for his stoicism, his confidence, and his sometimes frustrating pride, is left undone, and for the first time in a long time, he cries openly, overcome by the crushing weight of regret. The scene begins quietly, almost deceptively so. The Forrester mansion is bathed in golden light from the late afternoon sun, the house calm after a day filled with visitors and family drama. Ridge enters, expecting a conversation about ordinary matters, the business at Forrester Creations, perhaps, or their ongoing tension with Thomas and Steffi. But he immediately senses that something is different. Brooke is there, waiting for him, her eyes red-rimmed, her hands trembling as she clutches a wineglass she hasn't touched. She looks at him not with the ease of a longtime lover, but with the pain of someone preparing to shatter the world they built together. Ridge, concerned but unaware of what's about to unfold, takes her hand and asks gently what's wrong. That's when it begins, the unraveling, the raw, heart-wrenching confession that will alter everything between them. Brooke's voice cracks as she starts, her words halting and uneven. She tells Ridge that she has been carrying a secret, something she should have told him long ago but couldn't, out of fear of losing him forever. Ridge, his brow furrowed, tries to steady her, assuring her that nothing could be so terrible that it would destroy them. But deep down, his instincts tell him otherwise. Brooke takes a deep breath and finally lets it out. She reveals the truth about a night she had hidden, a night filled with weakness, guilt, and choices she wished she could take back. Whether it was about another man, a betrayal tied to their family's business, or something that directly cuts at the foundation of their relationship, the words themselves pierce Ridge like a knife. His heart sinks as she admits it all, unable to stop the tears running down her face. For Ridge, time seems to stop. His body stiffens, his breath catches in his throat, and he feels an overwhelming rush of emotions, anger, disbelief, devastation, and finally, regret. The memories of their past, all the times he chose to believe in her, all the chances he gave her when others warned him not to, come flooding back with brutal force. He thinks of Taylor, of Steffi, and Thomas, of all the times his children begged him not to trust Brooke, not to fall into the same cycle of heartbreak. And now, here it is again, proof that he had ignored them, proof that his heart had led him into another storm of betrayal. He can't hold back his emotions, his eyes well up, and then the tears fall. Ridge Forrester, a man not easily brought to such vulnerability, breaks down, crying openly, his voice shaking as he whispers words of disbelief. How could you, Logan? How could you keep this from me? The depth of Ridge's regret in this moment is staggering. He regrets trusting so blindly, regrets not listening to his children's warnings, regrets the years of repeating the same painful patterns. But most of all, he regrets that the love he has always believed was eternal now feels fragile, tainted by secrets and lies. As he cries, Brooke reaches for him, desperate to explain, desperate to make him see that her choices came from fear, not malice. She tries to touch his face, to hold his hands, but he pulls away, his anguish too raw. He paces the room, his tears streaming down, his heart visibly breaking. The scene doesn't end with screaming or fury, it ends with silence, with two people who have loved each other endlessly but who now find themselves on opposite sides of a chasm that feels impossible to cross. Brooke's confession has freed her from the chains of guilt, but it has shackled Ridge in sorrow and regret. The audience can feel his pain, his conflict. Does he forgive her yet again, or does he finally accept that their love story has become a tragic cycle that will never truly heal? For Brooke, the relief of truth is overshadowed by the crushing realization that she may have finally broken the one man she never wanted to hurt. This moment stands as one of the most emotionally charged in Bold and the Beautiful history, a testament to the show's ability to take decades of complicated history and channel it into a single scene that resonates with viewers. It's not just about the secret Brooke reveals, it's about everything it represents: the cycle of love and betrayal, the difficulty of forgiveness, the weight of history, and the fragility of trust. Ridge's tears, his trembling voice, his regret, all serve as a powerful reminder that even the strongest love stories can be undone by one moment of truth. Fans will undoubtedly debate what comes next. Will Ridge forgive Brooke yet again, proving that their love can survive even the darkest of storms? Or will this be the confession that finally drives them apart forever, forcing Ridge to seek solace in the arms of someone else, perhaps Taylor, while Brooke faces the loneliness her choices have created? In the end, what makes this storyline so compelling is its raw humanity. Brooke's confession isn't just about scandal, it's about fear, guilt, and the desperate desire for redemption. Ridge's reaction isn't just about betrayal, it's about love, history, and the crushing realization of patterns that may never be broken. Their story reminds us that even in the glamorous world of fashion, money, and power, the most powerful drama is always rooted in the fragility of the human heart. And in this case, that heart belongs to Ridge Forrester, shattered by the woman he has loved for most of his life, left in tears and drowning in regret. This moment will not only be remembered as a turning point for Brooke and Ridge, but also as a defining moment for the Bold and the Beautiful itself, a reminder of why fans continue to tune in after all these years. It's the heartbreak, the confessions, the tears, and the raw emotions that keep the story alive. And for Ridge and Brooke, this heartbreaking confession may just be the beginning of a new, unpredictable chapter in their endlessly complicated love story. The aftermath of Brooke's confession lingers like smoke after a fire, thick, suffocating, and impossible to ignore. Ridge stands there, shoulders hunched, tears still wet on his face, the great designer who always prided himself on strength and control now looking small, fragile, and lost. The silence between them is unbearable. Brooke swallows hard, her chest heaving as she tries to bridge the gap with words, but what words could possibly mend the gaping wound she's just torn open? Ridge, she whispers, her voice trembling with desperation. I never wanted to hurt you. I never wanted this secret to come between us. I was afraid. I thought I could protect us by keeping it hidden, but I see now that I've only destroyed everything. Her hands reach out again, trembling, begging for his touch. But Ridge steps back, his heart screaming louder than her words. The look in Ridge's eyes is haunting, a mixture of pain, disbelief, and a deep sense of betrayal. For years, he has given Brooke chance after chance, believing in the power of their love, convincing himself that no matter what storms came their way, they would weather them together. And now, standing in front of her, he feels the weight of every warning he ever ignored. He remembers Taylor's quiet wisdom, her gentle warnings that Brooke would always fall back into old patterns. He remembers Steffi's frustration, her desperate pleas for him to choose stability, to choose someone who wouldn't constantly bring chaos into their lives. He even recalls Thomas, whose loyalty to his father was often shadowed by his disdain for Brooke. They all saw what he didn't, or perhaps what he refused to see. And in this moment, Ridge realizes they were right. Tears blur his vision as he finally finds the strength to speak, his voice hoarse and broken. Do you have any idea what you've done to me, Logan? Do you have any idea how many times I've defended you? How many times I've stood in front of my children, my family, telling them they don't understand you, that they don't see the woman I see? I believed in you. I believed in us. And now, his voice cracks, and he turns away, unable to look at her, his hand pressed against his forehead as though the sheer weight of the truth is too much to bear. Brooke's tears flow freely now. She steps toward him, refusing to let the distance grow any wider. Ridge, please. Don't shut me out. I know I've failed you. I know I've hurt you more than anyone else ever could. But everything I've done, every mistake I've made, it was never because I didn't love you. It was because I love you too much. I panic, I make terrible choices, I hold things back because I'm terrified of losing you. Her voice rises, frantic, pleading. But don't you see? You are my world, Ridge. You always have been. You always will be. If I lose you now, I lose everything. Her words strike him, but instead of comfort, they only deepen his torment. He spins back toward her, his eyes blazing with hurt. Love? You call this love? Love isn't secrets, Brooke. Love isn't betrayal. Love isn't making me a fool in front of my children, in front of the whole world. Love is trust. And that's the one thing you've never given me, not really. His voice breaks again, and he sits down heavily on the sofa, his body trembling as sobs overtake him. Ridge Forrester, proud, commanding, unshakable, is now just a man devastated by the woman he trusted most. The camera of imagination lingers on his face, etched with lines of sorrow, his hands covering his eyes as he shakes his head, whispering words only he can hear. Regret. Endless regret. If only he had chosen differently. If only he had stayed with Taylor. If only he had listened to his children. If only he hadn't let his heart blind him again and again. He regrets everything, the wasted years, the repeated cycles, the countless second chances. For the first time, Ridge wonders if he has been chasing an illusion all along, if his love for Brooke has always been more of a dream than a reality. Brooke kneels before him, tears streaming, her voice softer now, broken. I can't lose you, Ridge. Please don't give up on us. We've come too far. We've been through too much. Yes, I made a mistake, God, the biggest mistake of my life, but can't you see that I'm here, I'm confessing, because I don't want lies between us anymore? I want us to be stronger than ever. Please, Ridge. Please don't let this be the end. For a long moment, Ridge says nothing. The silence is heavy, suffocating, filled with memories of laughter, of passion, of nights when he held her close and believed that nothing could ever tear them apart. But those memories feel poisoned now, tainted by her confession. Finally, he lowers his hands and looks at her, his face wet with tears. I don't know if I can do this anymore, Logan. I don't know if I have it in me to forgive again. Every time I think we're moving forward, we're right back here, me broken, you apologizing, both of us pretending that this time will be different. His voice falters. Maybe it's not supposed to be different. Maybe this is who we are. And maybe, that's not enough anymore. Brooke gasps, her heart shattering at his words. No. Don't say that. Don't you dare say that. We are everything to each other. We've proven it time and time again. We're soulmates, Ridge. You know that. You feel it, even now. Please, don't let this be the moment we walk away. Ridge looks at her with eyes full of anguish. I don't know what I feel anymore. All I know is that I'm drowning in regret, and it's because of you. Because of us. He stands, brushing past her, heading toward the door. Brooke rises quickly, grabbing his arm, clinging to him with all the desperation of a woman who knows she is about to lose the love of her life. Don't go, Ridge. Please, don't go. Talk to me. Scream at me. Hate me if you have to, but don't leave me. Not like this. Ridge closes his eyes, his jaw tight. He wants to believe her, wants to find the strength to forgive, but the pain is too raw. With tears still glistening, he pulls his arm free. I need time, Brooke. I need space. Because right now, every time I look at you, all I feel is regret. And with that, he walks out, leaving Brooke behind, her sobs echoing through the empty room. The scene ends not with resolution but with devastation, a cliffhanger that leaves fans breathless. Has Ridge finally reached the breaking point? Has Brooke's shocking confession destroyed their love once and for all? Or will this separation be the painful catalyst that forces them both to finally confront their flaws and rebuild something stronger? For now, all we know is that Ridge is a man undone, a man whose tears and regret have reminded viewers that even the most legendary love stories are not invincible. And for Brooke, the woman who has always believed in the eternal bond she shares with Ridge, this may be the moment she realizes that love without truth is no love at all.